Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's that time of year where people are trying to make big time changes in their life. And if that's you, great. Or maybe you're like the rest of us and have made big plans but have already fallen off. So I'd like to share with you 5 easy ways to change your life in just 1 year. You know, I used to make these big plans too, these big resolutions where I was going to change my entire life. And I'd do great for a couple days, maybe even a couple weeks, and then bam, I would fall off. Only to leave them in the dust and not make any real changes. But what I found out though is the simple small steps done consistently have had the most impact. So today I'm sharing 5 easy to implement changes that dramatically improved my life and hopefully will improve yours. So how about you try them out for a year, and I guarantee that you'll get those big changes that you really wanted with just small, easy, simple steps. So the first one is to take small wins, because small wins often lead to big results. More confidence is bred by keeping promises to yourself. So, for example, instead of saying, I'm going to work out 7 days a week, I'm going to eat healthy, no more junk food, instead say, I'm going to take a walk once a week. And once you've built that up, once you've gotten that down, you can add to it and you can build to it because you'll trust yourself. You'll have the confidence that when you say you're going to do something, you will. The point is to show yourself that you can actually do what you intend to do. And most importantly in this step is to pick something that's actually valuable to you, because even if it's small, nonchalant, if you don't care about it, you're not going to do it. So make those small wins to get those big results. Step number 2, let's evaluate our crutches. For example, do we lash out when we're annoyed? Do we binge on TV shows when we're bored? When we're distressed, do we call a friend? Now, not all crutches are bad. Some of them are good. And it's completely normal to have them. But when you find yourself constantly reaching for something, stop and think to yourself, is this bettering my life or is it hurting my life? And what can I do to change these crutches to have a better, healthier habit? And then reward yourself for not falling into those healthy crunches. Like, for example, if I don't get stuck into social media, that gives me more time in the morning to meditate, journal, or something productive. So what I want you to do is think of something that you crutch on, like binging on social media, and what you're going to do instead. I'm going to not touch my phone until 9 o'clock in the morning after I've completed X amount of tasks, whatever that might be for you. And stick those on Post-it notes all over your house, your room, somewhere where you're going to see them. And see how much more productive that you can be. Number 3, speaking of productivity, I want you to figure out what productivity strategies work best for you. We're all different. What works for me may not work for you. And there are literally thousands of productivity strategies that you can use. But I want you to try out a couple different ones. Find a few that work, discard the ones that don't, and start creating a toolkit that you can turn to immediately when you start to go into bad habits. Something that you can pull from when you're not feeling motivated to do X, Y, or Z. Just try a few, see what works, put them in your toolkit, and then anytime you're not feeling motivated, anytime you're down in a slump, pull out that toolkit and get to work. Number 4, I encourage everyone to start to practice RAIN. What is RAIN? The R is for recognize what's happening. Just recognize, notice, and feel. A is for allow the experience to just be there, just as it is. No need to question, no need to analyze, just allow it to be. Then once you've done that, you can turn to I, investigate with interest and care. How does this affect me? How is it making me feel? And then N, perhaps the most important part, is to nurture with self-compassion. What can I do to help myself in this situation? Now, I know this can be overwhelming because at first we can be super surprised at how many feelings we have. But once we start doing it on a regular basis and it becomes second nature to us, it's really super healing. So I encourage you to use it with hard emotions so you're actually dealing with the issue. And this will help with unresolved issues because we tend to stuff, push it away, and never deal with it. This will force us to deal with it. Now this worked for me, but I do want a disclaimer, I am not a therapist. If you have any big T trauma issues, I encourage you to speak to a therapist. I did, and it was something that I am forever grateful for. And now, pushing back a little bit easier task, not so hard look in the mirror at ourselves. Number 5. This is the most concrete one I'm going to give you, and I encourage you to plan out 3 to 5 tasks a week. Now this one, if you do it 100%, there is 0 chance that your life will not be different in 6 months, a year, whatever. I want you to look at your vision board goals, your long-term goals, your short-term goals, and then pick 3 to 5 tasks a week that will help get you to those big time goals, small time goals, whatever your choice is, whatever works for you. Make a list, put it on your calendar, and execute. This is that simple. And again, I guarantee you do this 100%, your life will be dramatically different. So I hope that these tools helped you just a little bit to get some ideas going on what you can do to take those small steps towards your big time goal. For more, follow along, subscribe, all the YouTubey things. And until next time, keep it real. Bye.